Aglaya asked me to find Burke and warn him that he's in danger. I will be able to find him in the house described in the letter, however convoluted the phrasing is. I will be able to figure out the location. So I need to find Aglaya, the Haruspex. And they gave me a clue, which is that the Haruspex is a dangerous dude, so there won't be a looter. So this is actually easier than finding people in the plague districts. I just run in here, and then I turn around and run away the moment a person actually comes out to attack me. And then I'll know where he is. Because they just aggro instantly. A looter just comes right at you, and they're the most dangerous enemy in the game. You can thankfully headshot them, which is the only way to really make it clean. Because they're not like the guys with the knives. They're not stupid. They don't weirdly stop 5 feet away from you and stand still for weird amounts of time and then not really aggressively attack you and then just have a bunch of confusing behavior. They just charge you in a straight line and try to murder the crap out of you. Really? The Bachelor's whereabouts. I know you're on your way to become the mistress of the earth. It's good that I am so well acquainted with you, since we will have a lot to discuss when the time comes for us both to govern this town. To lay the basis for further negotiations, I'd like to ask you a favor that the mistress may ask of another mistress. The Bachelor, the man who I've chosen, fell victim to another man's hatred. This other man is someone we both despise, Burke the Haruspex, who is going to become a warden and the new foreman soon. With his cohort of butchers and blood-crazed worms, Burke prowls all around the town. They may discover the Bachelor any moment now, and the servants that I have entrusted with helping him may not be enough to rebut the attack. Daniel's somewhere in the Backbone district near the town hall. I will offer you a decent reward. Maria Kaina. I gotta recheck the letter real quick. I didn't actually pay close enough attention to the actual instructions. To be clear, I was focused on the weirdness of the narrative, because in the Changeling narrative, apparently the Bachelor and the Haruspex are just at each other's throats, actively trying to destroy each other's plans and maybe even kill each other. Which is confusing, because when I was playing as the when I played as the Bachelor, the Haruspex came across as a begrudging ally, somebody who I largely didn't interact with, and I only intersected with them very briefly, very rarely. Like I think I basically only saw him when I got to the Termitary, which was so late in the campaign, at least the second half. Like he was not really part of the Bachelor campaign, but we weren't after each other necessarily, just had different plans. Then I played as the Haruspex, and the extra whiplash happened, which is that almost every day I was talking to the Bachelor, especially the first half of the campaign. I was constantly going to the Bachelor, and we were working actively together all the time, even if we had divergent goals a little bit. Like, it was actually weird how actively and closely we were working together. I was wrong about one thing. I just remembered that the Haruspex cuts the heart out of the steppe girl, so there's one instance, there's at least one encounter during the Bachelor campaign before the Termitary. But yeah, there's so much Bachelor in the Haruspex campaign, and I didn't see him as an antagonist or a villain or even that much of a rival, just somebody that has different diverging goals and plans and ideas as we're both just struggling along. You eventually find out that, I think once or twice, that he has done something that actively contradicts you. The biggest thing is that near the end of the campaign, the worst thing the Bachelor does in the entire playthrough to the Haruspex is he burns the bull's body right after the Haruspex found out that bull could have maybe cured everybody in the town. That's pretty brutal, but that hasn't happened yet chronologically. That's later in the campaign, because Block is already around, because it's his guys that kill the bull, or that burn it. So that hasn't happened yet chronologically. So yeah, them being actively at each other is weird. It might be at this point, contradictions seemed like it was like the contradiction was like, oh, whatever happens when you're not playing as a character, that's like the canonical way that character behaves when you the player aren't meddling with fate, and that's why there could be gaps between your version of the character and the version that the NPCs control when you're not playing as that character, but now we have 3 versions of these characters interacting, so it's getting really muddled about how what kind of natural story there might be, or what the correct way might be, which only adds to the ability potentially for them to even further muddy the waters and make it crazy and fully revamp the campaign in the upcoming sequel remake thing. Because if things were so inconsistent from campaign to campaign already, then it's not even going to be weird if they change a bunch of shit in the next one. So the more they change, the better. Because if I'm going to play another game like this that's this long, I definitely don't want to play the same quests again. But part of me just hopes it's a little less long. I don't think it's unfair to say that Pathologic has some pacing problems. I think all of the campaigns are a little too long for the story they're telling, which might just say that the 24-hour cycle itself is a little too long, and the tasks to send you over stuff that time, so you can't skip it by sleeping or anything. I don't know. Daniel is somewhere in the Backbone District near the Town Hall. The Backbone District near the Town Hall. That's the Town Hall. But I thought this was the Backbone District. It even has, like, it looks like a spine, like vertebrae. I could be wrong. Let's see. They don't give you much information for the first 2 paragraphs, do they? They just talk about the conflict itself. They talk about the conflict itself up here, but then they just say explicitly he's in the Backbone District near the Town Hall. We'll have to see. Either way, he's not in an infected district at all. Yeah. When they talk about the campaign being unfinished, I think we might be getting close to that now. Oh no. Look at my side quests. They're not great. So, we're getting an immediate big warning sign here. We've done the little sister quest for a few days now, and one of the main things we've learned is that the dialogue all repeats. My quest prompt repeats every day, and when I get to the followers and the little sister and the sister, actually I don't remember entirely if the other changelings dialogue repeated, but the followers definitely had the same dialogue as they did last time. And you look at the Haruspecs and the Bachelor over here, and it's the same text. Aglaya asked me to find Burrock. I need to find the Bachelor and warn him about danger. That sentence is different. Then they both say, I will be able to find him in the house described in the letter. However convoluted the phrasing, I will be able to figure out the location. They recycled the text between the 2 of them in the same day. And it's such a generic title. There's, like, usually there's a bit more of a specific title that changes every day, and, like, the quests they sound more like an individually named quest. These all have really generic titles. Especially these 2. Which makes me think we're gonna get these letters. I think we're gonna get these quests again in the campaign. We've already had a version of them in the past, but I think these are gonna keep going. And so if they keep doing it, we're gonna see these 3 quests, if they happen every day. These 3 quests are going to show up in my quest log in this exact text, so that you can take this exact screenshot and overlay it, and it'll be the same quest log from day to day. Which means that there'll probably be a new main quest, and maybe they'll show up a new side quest here and there. But this is like doing World of Warcraft dailies, basically, where you perform a menial task over and over again. The hide-and-seek nature of it's kind of fun, tracking down characters, but doing 3 of them per day? If that becomes the daily thing, then yeah, that would definitely be informative as to why people claim the Changeling campaign's the one that's unfinished. Huh. That's disappointing. Well, I haven't found the Haruspecs yet, but I've found Sticky.
Well knows the kitten whose meat it has eaten.
I've never believed them stories of you being the disease. Not for a moment, you know. Hey, Sticky. How about we outsmart the Mother Superior? Tai Cheek? Not a lot of smart there to outsmart. She can lead herself up a garden path and on her own just fine. How about we remind Khan who's in charge instead? Wait, does she like fairy tales? Taya, I mean. She does. The catch is she knows every single one. She was nursed by Odongs and they're great storytellers. She has heard them all. Mother says you once brought her an exceptional storyteller to her. Ah, I see. I didn't bring anybody, though. Never tracked the thing down, actually. That was my albino. People said it whispered fairy tales in her ear. And she was all happy and saying, "Hey, that one's totally about me. What a good fairy tale." Lavished it with gifts. Wanted more. But the next night, their place got boarded up. Ah. What sort of fairy tale was it? Why do you need to know? You want a present too? She's got no time for those anymore. Better make up your own fairy tale. You can do it easily. If you're a creature of the steppe will whisper the words to you. Something to grab her attention. Oh, come on. Don't join the chorus. I can go back to Mother Superior now. I hope I won't forget my fairy tale on the way.
Bachelor is looking for the source. Huh. That's some perseverance.
That's... being so smug and dismissive at the Bachelor. Yes, perseverance. That's a big word for you, Sticky. Did I check this house already? Nope. Didn't even see the actual attacker. I just heard the music. I'm like, well, here it comes. Where are the double houses? Ah, he's right there. God damn. That might be the double house, actually. Running away. Only 8 o'clock. There's a clothing store. Crybabies. Ah. It's really, they're so consistent. Like, it's amazing how the entire district is uniformly taken over. Hey, you have any cool clothes? Maybe I should just consider buying some clothes from you. You got poopy gloves. Is it the same boots I already have? Repellent ankle boots. You have the same clothes I already have. And then some worse things. So not even worth it. That might be a double house because it has 2 floors. Is that what you meant? Ah! Haha! Oh, it's jumpy when they're... Oh, there's a double house. Because it's 2 houses. Oh my god, he jumped. He went leaping through the air. That was weird, I couldn't move. That's one of those things you don't get to look at up close. Just cool structures off in the distance. Nope. I hope that the letter was accurate. It claimed that the looters wouldn't be able to survive with him in the building. So wherever he is, they aren't. I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake about which building it is. You can't be here, can you? Because that's a medical facility. And this is a Stamaton. I could check. He could be with the Stamaton, technically. Although that would be... that would lay credence to the idea that he's going after the Bachelor if he's going messing with the Stamatons. But this is a double house, I suppose. Not sure how many double houses there are. But being told that the enemies won't survive in that building is a good clue. As you can tell, this is incredibly compelling content. Actually, a lot of damn houses. Like, you really never run out of resources if you want to keep going from house to house, going for more. If you got the loop going, like, it goes well for you. I just looted these, didn't I? It works out well for you because of the fact that there's just, like, an unending supply of houses. Here's the next problem, is that I can't tell which ones I've already gone to. I don't know why I waited. The music was already playing. That one... Isn't that house the story house? Isn't that Harrispex's dad's house? Aww. When it hesitates a minute before playing the music, that's when I'm like, oh, here we go. At long last, I'm free. Oh boy. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm enthralled and thrilled by this exciting adventure. Ah! Like the same house. That's not the same district, technically. It could be the ones in the top corner. There's so many guards here. Oh wait, I haven't checked here for nuts. Always check for nuts. That's how I get my panacea if... oh. Oh well. If they ever sell one. There's Goopy. I hear Goopy. I don't want to hear Goopy, but I hear it. I already checked the ones on the end of town, didn't I? In the top corner? Damn it. Ah. For a moment there, it was so quiet. And I'm like, ah. We found it. I feel like I checked all of them. Shit. I'll deal with that in a bit. Let's just deal with Taya real quick. I'll have to be a little bit more systematic. It'd probably be easier to find the bachelor. I mean, the sister. Because it's narrowed down to... she's looking out a window. Towards that battle ring, which basically means she's in one of like 3 houses. Which is good. Having it really narrowed down for her is good news, because that's a bunch of poisoned houses. Like, I don't want to navigate those methodically looking for her. Because that's where the infection meter gets built up. And we all have a bad day. Alright, let's just make up a story.
Never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
We basically had to talk to Sticky just to find out that we need to make up the story anyway. I have a fairy tale for you. Well, I'm all ears. I'm going to do a sly thing and tell you a fairy tale that's also a riddle. Would you be interested to know who's to blame for what happened to you? Really? Yes, very, very much. Listen carefully. My fairy tale will contain the answer. Will you be able to guess it? Oh, please, go ahead. Oh boy. I'll tell you one about the poor orphan and the pearl divers. I heard that one 1,000 times. Go away, your tales suck. Bah, here's another one then. Go away or I'll call the butchers. Hey, hush, quiet, I'm leaving. What? Really? No, I don't want to go there. I know that the fiery demon Haruspex is sitting atop the abattoir getting ready to swallow it next hole and bring the surrounding part of the town under his rule. If there's any living substance within, I will have to submit to his will. What the fuck? What? I don't understand. What are you talking about? That's a bizarre response. Okay. It became all about the Haruspex. She's not even cursing her being foiled by Mother Superior. She's just like talking about how Haruspex is Gonna swallow the abattoir? I'll tell you the one about how the one-eyed, one-handed, one-legged knight's daughter counted her cattle. That's a scary one. I don't want it. It contains the answer, Mother. All right, go ahead. Awesome, and the rest? You'll hear the rest when I'm back from the abattoir, so it's in your best interest to also tell me about how to fight the foreman. There's no use fighting him, but I'll give you good advice. He's worried a lot on account of young Burke's arrival. Perhaps he'll let you go in one piece if you manage to capture his interest, like you did with me. Go through the gates of labor. It's in between our buildings. Thank you, little Taya. So much like with the Artemy campaign, as we were told, the Changeling enthralls people with incomplete stories, where the only way to finish said story is to do what she wants. Otherwise, she won't tell you what happens. Which works very well on Murky and Taya, and probably less well on, like, Artemy. And I'd imagine the plan wouldn't work on the foreman either, but who knows. Evidently, I'm allowed inside now. Hey, it's working. Why are you running away? You really know how to make a girl feel unwelcome. I'm faster than you, which is impressive because I'm like 3 feet tall. Yeah, you guys still have bulls. Are there any cows in this game? In the entire game? Maybe that's just how they do cardio. They're just running around constantly inside here. Impressive, considering their clothes look like they're incredibly restrictive. It looks like somebody took, like, electrical tape and just taped somebody up until it looked like clothes. They look like they wouldn't be able to move that well. They also look like they'd be really hot. Alright, this is a comical height difference now. Hello.
They call her Earth. There is no need for you to see what happens next.
Are you the emanation of Mother Bodo, who I serve faithfully? The dark-faced, the 100-mouthed, slowly turning her purblind eyes in their sockets? I am the foreman of the abattoir. I come from the Oyon clan. I am a Menku who knows the lines. Who are you? I am a miracle worker. Through my hands, the holy powers bestow goodness and mercy upon the people.
Swok is waiting for you.
What do you want, Earth? Why'd you call me that? For a reason. Speak. I have no power over you, neither do you have power over me. Ah, you are so mistaken. No. I'll tell you things about Burke that you didn't know. What can you tell me? What the mission that he's unable to accomplish is? Good. I want to make certain that he is who he claims to be. Perhaps there is no reason to take it slow at all. How? Get to know what Saba Otun thinks of him. The one the worms call Aspity. The heart of the matter is simple. find out if he had killed her to deceive his way into the true heir's inheritance. You will come back here through the gates of labor. You will not be impeded. His eyes are almost never in the correct, like facing the correct direction to be, you know, where eyes are. Find out if he had killed her. Seems like an easy thing to check if she's alive or not. All right.
What is this body made of?
I sense neither warmth nor blood in you. Yet you ought to respect me, Formanoian. The scythe was held over her head once before, and yet here she stands, blocking my path. Is she a spirit? Or could she be the thing from the steppe? Regardless, she will know the answers to my questions, for her mouth is filled with earth. Alright, we gotta book it to Aspity. Come at me, bro. Are you gonna come at me? Are we doing this? Ah, ah, ah! What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, so we are... Oh my god, okay. I think Burke might be in this house. I'm gonna die. Where'd you come from? Okay. Okay. I might have found him, you guys. I might have found him, but he seems defended? I didn't know that was gonna happen. I was told that they might be sending people after the Bachelor, but I didn't... What the fuck? Alright, equip gun, I guess. Shit. Reload? Okay, so I have some bullets. Jesus. That was a blindside. That guy was like doing his lazy, awkward slapping. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just go for a second. Oh, the corpse goes away. That could have had loot on it. I should not make that. I should not do that. There might be actually important things on the bodies because of it being a story mission. I should not make that mistake. I was so surprised because I dodged that guy's attack. That guy did an awkward slow slap and then I took 4 punch hit impacts in a row somehow. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now. Yeah. Oh, that's not gonna work out. Never mind, it worked out. Oh, thanks. They have nothing on them. Glad I came. That was an awkward miss at first. Alright, so note to self, do not spend all of my... Come on, at least give me stuff in the house. There we go. Yeah, note to self, do not spend all of my resources looting and stuff like that. Apparently there's gonna be combat missions that I need to gun for, because my patty cake of death is not gonna be able to stand up against someone that doesn't awkwardly stop 10 feet away from me and not attack me directly the way the looter does. I can see there's someone there. They're clipping through the wall. Excuse me. What's going on? I thought I'd just be meeting with the Bachelor. I mean the Haruspecs, right. Dude, what's with the dicks? Why is everyone being a dick?
What was that? I must be seeing things.